Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is having a good morning. I wasn't going to be live today. I had things I was going to do, but things have changed, and so here we are. I hope everyone's doing okay. Welcome on in, Crafty. I hope you're doing well. I apologize for missing stream yesterday. I had a bit of a migraine, and it wasn't actually too bad in the morning, and I was feeling a bit silly. So I'll change. Hello. I was feeling a bit silly about having not gone live, and then it got 10 times worse. So I was like, okay, thank God. I have made the right choice today. Oh dear. But happy St. David's Day. For those who aren't aware, 1st March, it's St. David's Day today. 2 seconds. Ooh! What? Sorry, nothing very exciting. I just had to reach for something that was a bit out of reach before. There you go, just in case. Nice. Keep that there. I hope everyone is doing good. I hope if you're celebrating, you have a good time. You're sick, but it happens. So I'm actually waiting to be sick right now. Weird situation. Not very normal. My partner, who I live with, I'm pretty sure he has norovirus. He is very, very sick right now, and if you know a thing about norovirus, you know that when one person in the house gets norovirus, everyone in the house gets norovirus. That's how it goes. So I'm actually waiting to get sick now. Yay! So I'm not with you yet, but maybe by tomorrow. I mean, I'll be honest, I probably won't stream tomorrow if I'm being sick, funnily enough. Oh dear. Hopefully he gets better soon. He was really, really not very well last night, and I've spent all morning, hence why I'm a bit later than usual, bleaching everything. That's also why I'm running on 2 hours sleep. Because he was up, I think, pretty much the entire night. I gave up on trying to sleep at about 6:30 in the morning, I think. Yeah. Stay well, both of y'all. Boom! Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. I will do my absolute best. I have tried. I bleached things, and I've tried to stay away. But you know, it is what it is. I think norovirus is one of the most contagious things ever. Just full stop. It's crazily contagious, and it lives on surfaces for 2 weeks or something. But we'll be doing our best. We'll do our best. If I suddenly stop streaming, at least you know why. Oh dear. Wait, I want to drink some of my tea while it's still hot. But yeah, the positive is I wasn't going to stream today because I was going to meet up with some friends and celebrate St. David's Day, but because obviously I have someone in the house who is super contagious right now, I can't go do that. So it means I get to stream. So you know what? It's not all bad. It means we get an extra stream. I was actually going to do most of what I'm doing today off stream as well, but it kind of means you guys get to come along for some of the process that I don't always show, which is not bad. Listen, I know someone's going to come out of the woodwork and be like, Again, Jelly? Again? But yes, I'm redesigning my VTube model again because I enjoy it. I have a really good time. I like redesigning my model, and I'm making it a bit more cartoony. And I started it yesterday, and I was going to just finish it off today, and then I figured, well, if I'm stuck in the house anyway, I might as well do it live on stream. I know this isn't going to be as interesting to a lot of people, especially if you have no interest in VTubers and no interest in how you make VTubers. This could be quite boring. But it's something that I like doing. How to put it? It's like an addiction. You start and you're like, oh yeah, I want to keep doing this. This is great. And every single model you make gets a little bit better normally. Oh god, the ducks. Ugh, what are you doing? Get out from inside the flamingo. Jesus, weird camera angle. Oh dear. So yeah, we're going to be doing some of that today. I think I have it set up so that it should work. There you go. So you can see that I've actually done already quite a lot of work on this model. Let me, is this a good place for me to be? Should I be on the other side, do you think? It kind of covers the layers if I'm on this side though. And I don't want to cover my layers. I kind of want you guys to see my layers. What if I just move you guys? You guys are on the other side right now. What if I put you over here? There you go. And you can be behind on this side, and then you're not covering up any of the stuff that I might use. That seems like a good call, yeah? Oh dear. Alright, 2 seconds. Oh, I'm gonna need to put chat somewhere I can read it, huh? Oh, don't you love that, right? It's just a little bit more cartoony. I mean, I love the anime art style, don't get me wrong, but I'm kind of a fan of more cartoony looks. And so I was like, I kind of want to remake this model and just increase the cartooniness. I will be making the eyes black, but there's gonna be 2 versions. So I'm I am the most unorganized today. So we're going to have this version. Is it capturing my cursor? Because I do want it to. Sorry, I don't normally like it when it captures my cursor. Yes, it should do. Okay, but it's just useful for Photoshop so that I can like point to things and stuff. So over here we have the normal bod, all this in here. This bit isn't finished and it's gonna look a bit creepy, but I want to do a red version and have like red eyes, and I've kind of like got the eyes here separately, so that she can have like her regular bod or her evil bod. Now you haven't got all the colors right. I am just copying a lot of the colors over and then redoing the layers, which is why I'm like, this might be a bit boring for people because I've already done like a lot of the hard work, but I can go through at least how the layers look for the regular one. Like most VTubers don't change their entire color like as a command, which is fair. It's kind of a weird thing to do, to be honest, but I'm a slime VTuber, so I feel like it makes sense that I could change my whole color, and so I wanted to have like the evil version, you know? I wanted the evil version. I figured that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I can go through all of the layers over here. Can I make the layers any bigger? Yeah, I can, just a little bit. Just so I can go through them a little. There you go. Hopefully you can see those okay over there. These are up to here. So this is where it stops and I go into evil bod. All of these are the layers. I think the places like the eyes will have the most. I kind of focus on one eye because I'll end up copying and pasting it over. So this one has like a couple of extra ones that are invisible right now, like heart eyes and stuff like that. But this is kind of the amount that goes into the one eye. And this is like a relatively simple eye as well, I would say. Oh, there's Lee, welcome on in, isn't she? I love her. She's just a bit more of a cartoony version, like you can see me next to her, right? She's just a more cartoony version of the VTuber that I have now. So it's not super different or anything like that. I don't think, at least. Oh dear. Right, also you're gonna have to excuse me if I'm like a little bit absent-minded or if I'm being a bit silly and making mistakes. I do want to emphasize I've slept for 2 hours. And VTubers take quite a lot of brain power to get all of the layers in. She does have a blush on right now, but I will have that as a toggle. I kind of want hearts coming out of her as a toggle, but I figured I'd do most of the toggling work a little bit later. Other than that, one thing that I've done for this one, you can kind of see with the eye. So do you see how the eye is kind of like overlapping with the hair? So the way that I've got that is I've got 2 hairs, and I got the base hair, but then I've got like a transparent layer of hair over the top, which kind of gives that effect of going over the top. I haven't done that before, but I have seen other people use it, and it's one that I've been like, you know, maybe it would work for this model, maybe not, I'm not sure. But this one it works well for because it's a bit more cartoonish and exaggerated, so like having the really big fringe I think is a bonus. I haven't added any bubbles to her yet. But we could do that later, I think, maybe. I don't know. We'll think about it. And I haven't added any bubbles along here, but I don't know that I want to. So on my character, you can kind of see I have lots of bubbles around the chest, but I don't actually know if that's what I want. I kind of like, again, just like the slightly cut back, more simplistic look. Yeah, I don't know. It's different. I'm trying to work out exactly what direction that I want to go right now. But I think this is good. I'll probably still use the model that I've got right now, by the way. I'm not planning on getting rid of it. One thing I should say, this is going to look a bit creepy for a minute. So I have the teeth in the, sounds weird, normal face. It's because there's going to be an evil face. But in the normal face, yeah, I have the mouth here. So I have a lot of it invisible right now. That is because I can't clip it in Photoshop, so it just kind of like, you can kind of just see it. If I get rid of this, you can kind of see her teeth. She looks very, very cursed when you leave it like this. But like, you have to bear in mind, she will have like, it will open to that. So it's not going to be like, just like this all the time. But I have got her teeth and her back of mouth. I have kind of opted against having a tongue. For the model that I have right now, I have a tongue and no teeth. But for this one, I'm thinking teeth and no tongue. Just for like, if I do like this, not that one. That with my mouth. I don't know how obvious it is. I feel like there should be teeth there. I feel like it's by like So I have my open mouth, but I don't have my like teeth. So that's something that I wanted to add to this model. So she will have teeth, and they will not be quite this cursed when it's done. But I thought I should show them to you, because otherwise we're going to get to the modeling part later, and it's going to be like, what? And you're not going to know where all this stuff has come from because I've hidden it. The first thing I probably need to do, again, I'm sorry. I'm going to apologize all day for it being a little bit boring, because I've already done a lot of the design work. What I need to do with the evil bod is I need to... Oh, if I just get rid of that and put this on. So the fringe, you can see it's the wrong color. It needs to be red. If I go in on the mouth really quickly, actually, can I just get rid of that? Because that's gonna throw me if the mouth is like visible like that. It's not boring at all. I appreciate it. It's one of those things that kind of just, it feels like it's boring you, but I hope that it's not. I'm glad if it's not. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there just because I find it a bit distracting when it's not clipped in place. So with these, this is very lazy, get ready. Adjustments, hue saturation, it's, for this one, it's -50. Oh God, not -100, Jesus, that might be a bit much. -50 and all the way up to there, so plus 180. And then what I do is copy this, so I've got the name copied, merge those layers, paste the name again, and write evil at the end. Oh, not all in caps, that's quite intense. Write evil at the end, and now that layer is red. That's just the shadow, so it doesn't really make a huge difference, but we'll do that with all of them. What I will do though, just to make this a bit easier, is I'll actually copy the adjustment, and that way I don't have to do it every single time. So if I just duplicate that layer, go on, and then duplicate that layer. I think this is the last bit I need to do it for though, because I think everything else I'll be, like the eyes, I'll be drawing them from scratch. I also want to have some lightning bolts coming out of her head instead of like the blobs. Oh my God! Wait, what does that say? The heck is that? US dollar NAN, total raised so far, NAN, more days to show support, cheer and include. What the hell is that? Is it Ottilie? I'm so sorry. I have never seen that before. Ottilie, how was your stream? I hope that it went really well. I'm gonna have, it's also not letting me tab. Does that let me, okay. I don't know what's happening with my setup, my bad. I'm just showing you, so I'm going through and I'm making a new VTuber model. For anyone who's new here, hi, hello, my name is Jelly. I'm normally a cosplayer. I'm running off 2 hours sleep and I'm kind of dead, but I want to make a new VTuber model and I want it to be cartoonish. So we're doing that right now. Welcome on in, Gwyn, Mars Bandit, and Lady, welcome on in. I hope we're doing good. I wonder what that thing was in the chat though. Kind of weird. We're just working on the second half of the body right now. This is what she looks like. Ignore the lines on her face. I promise they're not real and they can't hurt you. But the lines on the face are there because they are the inside of the mouth, and we'll be dealing with that later. But right now we're working with the evil body, which is going to be like a red version. So my VTuber is a slime, and I want to have a color changing slime on command. I want it to go from like angelic to evil. And B, welcome on in. B, I'm pretty sure you still have, do you still have the bee duck? I think that you do. Well, I can double check. I'm like 90% sure that you're still the primary holder of bee duck. Like, let's have a look. So for those who haven't met our ducks, by the way, here they are. We have some ducks. Where is bee duck? We have a lot of ducks, by the way. We have a lot of new ducks. So there you are, Asper bee. Look at that. There's a shark underneath you, but other than that, you're still there. I thought you'd stuck there. I don't think anyone had taken it yet. This one. Oh yeah, back to normal screen. Yeah, I do hope so. Anime, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. We're showing how to make the layers for a VTuber model right now. This bit in particular, I'm so sorry, you joined at kind of a boring part where I'm just changing the color of everything. So I've just duplicated a hue or saturation, and I'm just merging them, and then it will call that. So I paste it back in, and then I say evil. I'm sorry, this bit, we're gonna do some eyes in a minute. That would be much more interesting. But this bit, I'm sorry, it is what it is. Oh dear. Danny, Shiny, welcome on in as well. I hope you're doing well. There we go. They will all be rigged together though, which does mean that that bit at least, or either they'll be rigged together or I'll copy paste the rig stuff. Oh. Evil. There we go. Hello, my stream was oh wait, was it you who? Wait, oh, it was Lady. Wait, I shouted out the wrong person. I thought it was Ottilie for some reason. I'm so sorry, Lady. I don't know if you can see it, but when you raided in, I promise it wasn't on purpose. I've had some kind of error. I don't know if you can see it, but I can paste what the error showed up. So when you raided it showed me this. Now I don't know what that means. And I've never seen it before. I'm so sorry. I was like, oh, it's Otters, Ottilie. No, it's not Otters, it's Nisk. Lady, I'm so sorry. Please go check out Lady if you haven't already, because I royally butchered that shout out, and to make up for my lack of streamer knowledge, they deserve more love. Oh dear. That's weird. Yeah, I also love Otters, no problem, I'm sorry. It is weird. I've never seen that before, but that was what I got when you raided in. I'm gonna assume, I'm on OBS, that maybe OBS is having like an iffy day. I don't know. Because I've never seen it. Hopefully it's back to normal tomorrow. Oh dear. Wow. To be fair, I did think it was a bit early for Ottilie to raid. I was like, oh, I don't want to bother them, but maybe they've had a rough stream. Because normally they finish at like 7 p.m. and it's like not even midday for me. Oh dear. Evil. Naming all these, by the way, will make it easier when we take it across to Live 2D to rig, which is why I am bothering to do it at all. There we go. Merge those layers. And just write evil at the end. Nice. Okay. Cool. Now I might make it just a little bit darker. So I might actually just put a second adjustment on it, just because I want the hair to be just a little bit darker. Oh god. It's gonna make everything darker initially. Don't worry about that too much. Put it to there. And then just copy that. There you go. That's better. Yeah, I just didn't want it quite so light. Oh dear. Oddly Divin is cool. Hell yeah. They are a very cool bean. I should say, Nisk, if you need to take a break, if you need to get some snacks or something after your stream, please do. As much as we like having you here, I want to make sure that you're looking after yourself. You're still doing good, still sick, but I did finish another book. Oh, bless you. I'm sorry that you're sick. We were talking about this earlier because I am at the moment waiting to be sick. My partner, Shiny, right now, we think he has norovirus. If he doesn't have norovirus, he has a really nasty stomach bug. And when you live with someone who has a nasty stomach bug, it is only a matter of time before you catch said stomach bug. So, a bit morbid. I'm waiting to be ill. I don't know who St. David is, but let's celebrate his birthday or death day, or day he killed a dragon, or maybe became a dragon and round up all the dragons and sent them to England. Hell yeah, that's exactly what happened, Zero. Also, welcome on in. St. David is the patron saint of Wales. Today is St. David's Day. I was gonna go celebrate with people, but again, I've got someone infectious in the house, so we can't go out. So instead, I'm here with you. Sucks to be you. You need to raid and dash. Oh, you're fine. Look after yourself. Thank you again so much for popping by. For anyone who's sticking around, hello, hi, once again, my name is Jelly. I am a streamer, funnily enough. I do streams, I make cosplay, and we are going to be making our new VTuber. So I like making VTubers. I've made a lot of VTubers before. I draw and rig them. I don't do commissions yet, but it's something that I've considered doing. The thing is, I feel like I need to just get a little bit better first before I start offering commissions. But right now, if you want to see some of the other models that I've done, the Greedy Bee uses one of my models, Shifty Bluke uses one of my models. There's someone who hasn't debuted yet who has a really, really cool model, and I really can't wait to show you guys, but I have to wait for them to debut. Deimos has one of my models, but they don't use it so often. George has one of my stupid models, like they look like a lime. Did I make anyone else a model? I feel like I have, and I've just forgotten. Oh, Teacup has a really detailed model, actually. I hope Teacup has a good enough PC to use it when they get back. They have my goblin model. Oh, dear. Right, yeah. But mainly I'm a cosplayer. Predominantly I do cosplay. It's just, I really enjoy using a VTuber. And so yeah, figured why not get into making them? And I've really enjoyed making them. I'm just gonna move this down a little bit. I feel like, yeah, I feel like there's a bit closer. So I have just got like a base in place, so I kind of know where I stand. We will be doing them the similar way to the other eyes. So this is, again, sorry for the extra lines. It's the inside of the mouth. Don't worry about it. We'll clip that out. You won't see it. It'll be completely secretive. But for now, it's there. We kind of want something like that, I think. Oh, you know what? It's going to bother me. I'm getting rid of it. I'm going to hide it. Someone has to remind me to unhide it before I take it across. Oh, except actually, if you want to see the teeth, I showed them earlier. They look like this. How fun is that? Look at her fun little mouth. She's got little teeth, and they're really cute. They are still slime colored, so like I didn't want to go anything too dramatic because she's meant to all be made of one, like the same material constantly. But I really like her. She's so cute. She got the big teeth. My model doesn't have any teeth, though I wanted to give her teeth, but no tongue. That's the trade-off because her mouth is quite small, and I don't want her to get too randomly detailed because she's meant to be quite bold and cartoonish. Also, Void, thank you. I'm really happy though. Only like 2 months with the year. I know. Honestly, heckin'. You read so fast. I don't know how you manage it. It's very impressive though, I will say. Like every time you say like how far your reading total has gone, I'm infinitely impressed. Yeah, that's her teeth. That's what the mouth is hiding. So it's the upper teeth and the inner back of the mouth that you can see. But that's what she would normally look like. That's why she's normal bod, and then this is like evil bod. I guess maybe I was inspired by Celeste. I mean, we did play Celeste quite a lot recently. And Celeste has like a good Celeste and a bad Celeste, or a goodlin and badlin. So good jelly, bad jelly. The only thing with bad jelly is, or specifically being called bad jelly, is I'm pretty sure bad jelly is like a kid story. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure bad jelly is a kid story. All right, so the way the eyes, let me show you on the normal board first so that you guys kind of have an idea of what we're doing here. The thing with the eyes is you have to split it up into a lot of pieces so that you can get a really good blink. So a good example of this is like the top lash, you see that? And then you have the inner lash and the outer lash. The reason those 3 bits are separate is so that you can get a really good blink, because when the eye is closed, the only bit that you'll see is this bit. So I'll be bending that to fit the eye closed, but when the eye is open, of course, you can see a lot more. So the reason is basically just to get a really good blink. I will have to do that on the other one. Now, on the model that I have, the model that I'm using right now, it was a lot easier because as you can kind of see, like, the eyes already, like, when I close my eyes, they're very, very similar to when they're open, like the lash line is. On this one, it won't be. On this one, it's going to have to be quite different, and I am looking forward to the rigging challenge. They're going to be a bit difficult. Also, do you want to hear my embarrassing story? Go on then. Go on then. Ah, dear. So yeah, that it's a little bit of a challenge, but it won't be too bad, I don't think. But yeah, we'll be doing that same thing now with the evil base. I am going to do them over the top of the base eyes up here and then scoot them into position so that I'm not like battling in the layers. Normally I actually do the eyes first, but because I was copy pasting a lot of the other stuff, like all of these shadows and stuff like that, I ended up doing it last. All right. Let's first of all eyedropper this color, and I'm going to take us down to 20. 20 is like the base size I've done most of my strokes, and that way I can get like the base in and then I can cut it up later. So I'll draw the whole eye and then cut it up. Now, once again, for those who don't know me, I draw with a mouse and keyboard. Is it the ideal way of drawing VTubers? Yes, actually. It's the only other way that I've drawn VTubers is using a trackpad, and I can say comparatively to using a trackpad, yes, this is the ideal way of drawing a VTuber. Wouldn't recommend using a trackpad, that's for sure. But yeah, it does mean that I often have to redraw lines a lot. Because I am using something that you shouldn't really use to draw a VTuber. Right, I'm going to go out now and kind of decide where the upper lash line is. And I think I'll say that it's here. Oh, I might need to... Okay, I might actually need to just hide the fringe. Where is the fringe? Get rid of that. And get rid of that. There you go. Just so I can properly see what I'm doing. Hell yeah. I was reading a teen because our study teacher was been taken away again. A teacher asked what I was reading and asked to read the book. Our robots, they're smart. The word erotic was on the back. Oh, Lord. It's okay. It's okay. Your teacher probably understands that they are also a human. And while that is actually, yes, a very embarrassing situation, I'm sure your teacher would rather you be reading that than, I don't know, doing something bad and suspicious. Oh, dear Scott, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the egg smash. We are currently designing the second half of the VTuber, I suppose you could say. So the first half is a good jelly, but this bit is a bad jelly. Very bad. Very, very naughty. Oh, I think... So that can be where that is, but it will need like a little... Again, this is just to help me when it comes to blinking, which shouldn't be as hard as it's probably going to be with this, but that's okay. That's okay. I made my choice. This is the shape for the evil eye that I wanted. And get that over there. And I can kind of see where this would cut up. I do think that kind of thick and chunky. I could probably go a bit smaller at the end. Get to like a 3. Get to like a 3. There we go. I don't want to go too thin. She is meant to be a cartoon after all. But a little bit thinner. A little bit thinner. Ah, dear. They call the book trash. They don't even teach me. They just... Oh, God. Okay. Wow. You judged it before you even read it. Heck. Well, in that case, you know what? You shouldn't be embarrassed. They should be embarrassed for being so judgmental. For judging the book before they even read it. The person who should be embarrassed in this situation is not you. It's a teacher who is judgmental on people's reading. That's more embarrassing in my mind. Oh, dear. But if you have to get by, you know, day to day judging students, then okay. That sounds like a you problem, but okay. I feel like there should be, yeah. I think the real embarrassment is the fact that there is a teacher that gets by day to day by judging not even their students. Just students. Okay. I'm just thinning that bit out because in the other eye it's thinner at that end. There you go. Okay, I think this is pretty good as a base. I'm pretty happy with... I forgot she was bold. I'm pretty happy with it. Jazz, his wife would like, Annie's an English teacher. Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna save that color. Do it again. Go a little bit darker. And this is what I done the other one as well. Oh wait, I need to assign a new layer. New layer. New layer. For I have plans. These plans require a new layer. Take that back to like there. So I'm just doing the same kind of thing as I did with the other eye. I'm not treading any new ground. I'm just putting some like floofs into it. It just makes it look a little bit more detailed. Again, I don't want to go too detailed in this case. Like, I went a lot more detailed on the eye that I currently have because I want it to look like a cartoon, and cartoons don't have super detailed eyes. But I still want a little bit of anime in there. I can't completely forget my anime ways. And you need like a little teeny tiny bit of anime in there. Oh, okay. So my mouse, you know when you get hit the edge of your mouse pad? Actually, how many people here still draw with mouse and keyboard? I feel like everyone I know has a drawing tablet, and it's like, I'm so sorry. I am a disappointment to the artist community on Twitch. I do not have a drawing pad. I have a nice mouse now. I got a wireless mouse during the Starlight Foundation streams, so like my mouse is a higher quality, but yeah, no, I'm still a mouse. I know a lot of people cringe at the idea of drawing VTubers with mouse and keyboard. but it is my way of life. David Jaffers, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh dear. We are, I'll show you the cute version of Jelly in a second, but we are drawing a new version of Jelly. It's a funny story, a little embarrassing though. I don't think you've got anything to be embarrassed about. I get where you're coming from, but like, honestly, at least from my perspective, you are the least embarrassing person in that situation. Oh dear. Alright, 4. Oh dear, I have a drawing pad, but my son took it and I haven't seen it since. Oh god. Yeah, that sounds like that might be a lost cause. Next Christmas, you might need to ask for a new drawing pad. It's gone. It's found its way to a new owner. I'm so sorry. Oh dear, there you go. The reason I did it on another layer is just so I can like invisible it a bit more later. You didn't choose the mouth life. Mouth life chose you. Exactly. I have been chosen. Yeah, the normal. Let me. Ignore the fact that she's bold. She needs to be bold right now. It's what she normally looks like, though. Look how cute. My son's a better artist, so it's fine. But doesn't that mean okay? Counter argument. If your son's already the better artist, doesn't that mean that you should need the equipment to practice more? Like if the other person has already practiced lots, doesn't that mean it's your turn to practice? There you go, you can clip that, send it to him, be like, listen, I need to practice. Oh dear. Let me just take some of my tea while it's still a little bit warm. Focus on what I'm better at. I've been really enjoying crochet recently. I normally like cooking, but I more crocheting recently. I've been doing quite a bit of crochet. It's been very fun. Right, sip of tea. Delicious, delicious tea. Okay. Oh, I needed that. I needed that. I'm trying crochet bookmarks. You know, I haven't done it myself, but it's one of those things I've been tempted by. It looks, I don't know, it just looks very relaxing. Also, you can kind of see the dark bits starting to shine forth. I need to do the other side, and then I need to do this bit down here. But it's getting, oh, it's a stamp tool. I was like, whoa, I'm sure I didn't use one that big. The heck? I need to get this side. And then... there we go. And then this bit down to here. And then I'll go in with some really bright red in a second. The nice thing about the eyes as well is you can do one and then just copy and paste it all over. There's not quite so much work as like the legs, for instance, where they're like not symmetrical. Eyes are nice and symmetrical. Although I actually have really enjoyed looking at VTubers who do have different eyes. I'm sure it's a lot more work because you'd have to rig them separately and you wouldn't be able to like copy and paste your stuff over. But aesthetically, I don't know, it's pretty cool. I do like it. There you go. Okay, that should all be on the right layer. We'll find out, I suppose. So what I want is big and not very hard. There we go. And just fade it in there. Again, I'll like cut up all the layers later, so this is fine for now. There we go. That's that bit in. A little bit spiky. I read so much in a few books at a time, so crochet, oh, you can read more than one book. Honestly, the bit that I've taken away from that is like, how the hell are you reading more than one book at once? Jesus Christ. I actually want quite a bright red, so let's do that. And then we'll do this again in another layer. And then just cross the top. And just do like a nice little zigzag. And right across there. And then just all the way back, maybe. There we go. It's kind of random, but that's how I want it to look. Some people also rig this bit where it like moves on the eyelashes. I'm not gonna do that because I do think that's quite anime, but it is something that I want to try at some point. Oh, I'm gonna attempt to make a sunflower one. There are so many good tutorials online for crochet these days. That is how I originally learned, and like I've looked at books for crochet, But to be honest, because YouTube is so like available and there are so many really like easy to follow, like people are very good at tutorials on YouTube, which this is not news to anyone, but the tutorials on YouTube are just so well done. It makes it feel so much easier than I found books doing it. It probably doesn't help that I'm pretty bad at reading, but but I've definitely found that the YouTube has helped a lot. It's helped me with drawing tutorials, it's helped me with crochet tutorials. I still go and look at embroidery and sewing tutorials. Probably not too surprising, but like, yeah, I find that sort of stuff helps a lot. So I thought I heard something. I'm trying to work out if I did hear something. I'm in charge of doorbell duties right now, see? So if the doorbell goes off, I need to be on it. Oh dear, I think it's fine. Okay. And that should be... Look at those fiery lashes. It's simple, but I like it. I am gonna put some little dots of white. I don't know why they do dots of white, but looks good. Oh, actually, probably go for like a really light pink. There you go. Rather than white. White's quite intense. Oh, excuse me. There you go. I don't really know why I do that, but everyone else does it, so here we are. I do it too. Ah, dear. I'm working on a hat for my other son and preparing for my hobby. And I should have started on the hat sooner, but I'm sure March has some cold days too. I bet it does. I mean, really, the whole spring season is very up and down, right? I read like 3 to 5 books at one time just because I'm a mood reader, and sometimes I'm in the mood for dark romance, and other times I want to... Oh, yeah, you know what? That makes sense. I can see that. Yep. Now that you've said that out loud, it's like, oh yeah, totally. I can see that. All right. We need to split these lashes up, but first of all, let's just merge them together. Before we split them up, let's merge them. So then what I'll do, you want to have some overlap. So you want to like get it going up and underneath. Otherwise, it'll be a little difficult later. Go around the whole of this bit and just go Control-C, Control-V. Easy. And then put it in the same place as the other one. Put it to the back. Oh. Cute! So cute! I started crochet knitting when when you were 6 and your nan taught you. Hell yeah. Alright, 2 seconds. So just do the other one. Once again, give it some overlap. Otherwise, it gets difficult when you're rigging it if there's no overlap. And then, which one is it? It's that one. Control-C, Control-V, and... Is that in the same place? There you go. Put that behind there, and then oh my god. And then we'll make this one like opaque, this one opaque, and then this we'll want to get a hard eraser and just probably a bit big, probably just a tad big, and then just go around the edge and make sure that the line goes into it, and do the same thing here. I can always go back and neaten that up, but actually that looks pretty good. Oh my god! Heck! What? Who the heck? Oh my god, Echo! Heck, welcome on in! Thank you so much for the heckin' sub. Sorry, I was about to be like, who the heck is horning me? Who the heck is horning, huh? Get these back to 100% as well so I can see them. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for the heckin' 8 months. I hope you're doing well. I'm just showing you how to like sort out the layers for an eye of a VTuber model right now. We do have a more normal eye here, but we're doing like an angry eye right now. Oh dear. And Sebastian, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well too. I'm okay. I am a bit stressed out, but other than that, I'm good. And I felt like a lot less stressed since coming on live and going to live, yes. Because of that, I'm always carrying like, oh god, that must be, oh, I kind of just assumed you read a lot on a Kindle, but actually, yeah, you've talked about buying the books before. Must be heckin' heavy. Oh dear. I'm well, much better than recently. I'm glad to hear it. Heck yeah. All right, I think these are good, right? These are good to go. Yeah, these are good to go. Okay. Okay, so this is upper lash is evil. This one is Inner Lashes Evil. Oh god, oh no. Inner Lashes Evil. Don't mind random capitalization, by the way. Outer Lashes Evil. As long as I can read it, it's fine. And then I'll need to put an I in it. But I can actually probably delete Base Evil now, just because I got the shape that I needed. There is a lot more to do though, so we are not quite done yet. First of all, let's add, I guess we could add an eye white. It's a bit difficult because the skin is actually very similar color, and I don't want to go fully white. It never go fully white. You need to like have it like just a little bit darker, otherwise it's a pain. Okay, so this will be behind there. Plus, it looks white anyway, even if it's not completely white. I try to save white for like highlights. If I'm doing anything like that, rather than using it as like the eye white, even though it is kind of in the name. It just doesn't sit right to me. I think that's a good shape. Again, cartoony, so not looking to round it out at the bottom too much. Also doesn't have bottom lashes, which I think is going to be difficult when we get to the blink, but we'll get there. Reading 4 basic, oh my god, so many books. So many books! I commend you though. Good, like that's very impressive. Get that under there. And yeah, I think that's good. This can be then eye white evil. And then we need to select where the white is. Nice. And then take that and just go like a little bit darker. Excuse me, sorry. My bad, my bad. I'm actually going to do it like this time. So do it more like shaded. And actually, do I need to do it as a separate layer? No, I don't think so. I will need to do it as a separate layer if I go like a little darker though, which I do kind of want to, just to give like a proper shadow around the edge. I will probably lighten this with the transparency stuff, but I want something around there just to make the eye look a little bit rounder. There you go. So this can be eye white shadow evil. God, so many names, so many names. I need to put a pupil in here somewhere. Oh, wait a second. No, the full screen. Full screen. There you go. I want to minus out a little bit. How big is the other pupil? Let me have a look, because I do want to get the cancel. I do want to get the pupil about the same size. Just vanity, really. Just have it similar size, and also when they transition, it won't look as weird, because it's gonna look weird. It's gonna. But if we can save it from looking as weird, that looks about right. Okay, so if I get rid of normal bod, and I do. Oh, that's not the darkest color, is it? Close. Not quite. Get that dark. There you go. Because I'll put the lighter color like slightly on the inside of the eye. That kind of looks like she's looking forward. You have too much time on your hands. Honestly, is there any such thing? Alright, I need then the lighter color. And I need to go smaller and less hard and just bonk. There we go. I want it to have like little evil looking eyes. I might... I don't know if I potentially copy the eye whites. If I duplicate the layer, again, it's just to try and make it as not, I don't know, like I keep saying like not weird, but it's to try and make the transition as not weird as possible, which is not very easy. If I put this then into here, this is pupil. Pupil evil. And then if I move these down, because they're a little bit high where they are right now, like so maybe? So yeah, sure. And then we'll just change them to Eye of Sparkle to evil. And then this one is also evil. Oh, that's not how you spell evil. There you go. Okay. Okay. we're getting there. We're starting to get to the right amount of layers. We still have a few more layers to go, but we're getting there. Oh dear, speaking of having too much free time on their hands, this is like how many models I've made for myself now? God, so many. I feel like I have too much free time on my hands. Let's, because I'm not doing a bottom lash line, I kind of just want to like darken it a little bit, like that. And this can be bottom eye shade evil. And then a new layer. And then oh, actually no, I don't like that. Let's do it out this way. I think that makes more sense. Upper eye shade. Oh god. God, what is this spelling? Eye shade. Evil. Alright, I probably don't want these 100% either. Probably want them like 60. Yeah, about there seems better. Throw it in at about there. Okay, then we need the eye crease. Still not done. We need a little eye crease. The eye crease is important. Where did I put it on the other one? I think I put it, yeah, I put it pretty high up. Let's go back to 20. And hard. And, that one. Like there? Maybe like here. Yeah. Close. Eye crease. Evil. Alright. I think that is ooh, God, zooming in. I think that's everything I'll need for the evil eye. The rest of it will probably be done in rigging. So let's move all that together. If I forget, then I'll add something later. It'll be fine. You can kind of see how many pieces, though, go together into the eye. It's kind of crazy. Eye, evil, R. And put it right behind here. And then duplicate the group. Eye, evil, L. And then transform the whole thing. I just move it across and then nice and easy. It's fine because I actually won't be rigging both eyes. I just have both eyes there so I can like see how it looks. It's not because I'll actually be using them like this. There she is. Eye evil, and then if we undo that and that, look at that. Hell yeah. Okay, so now we have evil board and normal board where I can switch between and like look just a little bit eviler. And I'm up for that. I do want to add, so these will be now adding some emotes. I will show you kind of what I've got. You can see them actually down there in the layers, but I've got some ideas for things that I want to be able to add to them. So if I move them above really quickly, just because I'll be designing above of what we already have. So we have the full evil body, but other things that I wanted to do, well, I wanted to have a sewing one where, I might have to make my body a bit more opaque, just so you can see what I'm putting over the top. So like, have like my arms go into stitching. I also, speaking of crochet, wanted to have my arms going into crochet, which I think is going to be a little difficult. I don't know quite how I'm going to mimic that just yet, but I'm gonna give it a good shot. And then, oh wait, where's my chat gone? Chat, come back, there you go. I want to do a wave. I want to try putting in an animation. I've never put an animation on one of my VTubers before, and I would like to try giving that a go. And then the other one's really simple. I just want a hat. I want a hat with the jelly face on it that wobbles around. That one's probably going to be the easiest one to do. The hands will be the tricky ones. They'll probably be actually trickier when it comes to rigging. Probably. We might be okay for a little bit. Well, I should actually, you know what I should do? You know what would be really good? I saved it. If I saved my work, maybe. I love it when they're over the top of each other and oh god. Okay, wait, let me just get the opacity back, because otherwise she goes black and white, which is cool, but it's not the vibe. Yeah, I wanted to go from this to this. I think it's cool. I think it's really fun. She'll be able to go like really, really evil. Have an evil jelly. I think it'll be good when if I'm like playing more Among Us and maybe I'm using the VTuber, I can go from a good jelly, a good bean to a bad bean. I was gonna do a piss colored one, but then I figured if I did the piss one, unfortunately, it might go too far into fetish territory, and I don't want to get banned for making a VTuber made of piss. One thing I do want to do though, I want to instead of the like little those, I want to do like little zigzags, like lightning bolts, because she's angry, right? So I want it to look angry, like so. Oh god, blah 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 blah. Move that in there a bit. Yeah, like so. And I might just have that. There you go. And then we'll need, I know they're not quite the same colors as everything else, but I think that's okay. And do I want them see-through? Like little lightning bolts? Ooh, I can fill them in with yellow, or I can like have them see-through. Do it like that. I think I might prefer them see-through. Little angry lightning bolts. Yeah, kind of like that. I will need to make another one, so let me just rasterize that layer. I want to rotate it just a little bit. Put that like in there, and then I guess I could just duplicate it. Is that lazy? That might be lazy. I might be being lazy here. I'm so sorry, guys. Please forgive me. I am a lazy streamer. I think put that there, and then transform this one. Oh, it'd be cool if I could. Okay, wait. I have idea. If I put that one there, and then move that one to like there. There you go. She's so angry. Okay, I'll have to name these. This is light. Oh, how do you spell lightning? Lightning 2? There you go. And light... That doesn't look right, but I'm sure that it is. If not, at least I can read it. And I don't want them in the brows, actually. I would like them above the brows in the... I'll call that still blobs evil, but that's just so I can find it easily. They're definitely not blobs. The only other thing is, would I want to put any other yellow in her design if I'm putting the yellow in there? I don't know. Maybe like her skirt? I was to adjust it. Ooh, so many colors. Can I make it a bit brighter? Ooh, kind of love that actually. Okay, wait a sec. Just 2 seconds, because I need to... Oh, actually, I'll probably need to duplicate that, won't I? Duplicate that layer. I'll need it in a minute, but for now... Oh my god. For now, trust in the process. It's fine. It's fine. And then also just... Yeah. There you go. Oh, I need another one. Oh god, it's gonna look weird again. Trust in the process. It's fine. Oh my god. Shifty, happy St. David's Day. I hope you're doing well. Unfortunately, St. David's has not shined on Shiny today. Shiny is very ill. Is goddamn dying. So I am not going out, which means though, the positive side of it is I get to watch your stream later, which I'm very excited for. Shifty is doing a stream for a Welsh Children's Hospice later, so for St. David's Day. I know they're doing it as part of a big group, but they're doing their stream today, and it's going to be very exciting, and very much looking forward to it. And before, I wouldn't have been able to do it, but now I can. I like how this is called red, but it's actually yellow. Is that cute? Do I like that? I think maybe if her eyes were a bit yellow as well. Heck, sorry to hear that. Yeah, I've been saying this all day. I'm just waiting to get sick because I think they have norovirus. And if you know even the smallest thing about norovirus, you know, oh, there goes my music. You know, as soon as someone in the house gets norovirus, everyone in the house gets norovirus. So I am actually just waiting to be sick. I feel fine right now. Touch wood, knock knock. But yeah, pretty soon I'll probably be dying. That's just how it is. I love the drippy legs. Thank you. I like them a lot as well. All right, I'm going to change the inside of the eye to more of an electric color. Maybe just, can I grab it straight from there? Yeah. I don't know. I like the idea of it being red and another color. Oh dear. There you go. Like, yeah. And the electricity is going the whole way through their body. I like that. That's cute. Ah, dear. Yeah, I've been on a cruise with norovirus, like a mini pandemic. I didn't have it. Oh, I've had it so many times. So many times. I've mentioned this before, but because I've got like family that work in the medical industry, if your family work in like the hospital, you will get norovirus at some point. There's no way around it because norovirus gets into hospitals and everyone gets it. It's super contagious, like crazy. So if you live in the same house with someone, it's just a matter of time. it's just a matter of time. I'm just waiting. It'll happen. It's fine. I'm like prepared for it when it does. I'll be okay. Oh dear. Okay, I need to move it forward. Come forward. Go into this one. There we go, and put this here. Nice. And then where's the other one? It is here. Okay. Little yellow eyes. Hell yeah. I like that. It's a little different, but I like it. It's cute. Somehow we never spread it between each other in the family. We've got COVID at different times. So COVID I've kept to myself 3 times in a row. I have never given COVID to Shiny, and I've had it 3 times. But norovirus is like, so if someone in your, sorry, this is kind of gross. If someone in your house throws up with norovirus, which is what norovirus makes you do, you can't go in the room for 2 hours because it stays in the air for 2 hours, even in a ventilated space. And what that means is unless your rooms are like airtight, it gets through the whole house, and there's just like nothing you can do about it. It stays on surfaces for up to 2 weeks. You can only clean it with bleach. Alcohol doesn't actually get rid of it. It's just basically, it's so hard to keep to yourself. And like, again, we came from a medical family with medical background, and they did everything they could, and it's, you can't. That's why like I said, I'm just waiting to be sick. If it was COVID, I'd feel different, but with norovirus, you're just waiting. It's playing the waiting game. I eat while I can. I drink tea while I can. Also, Ro, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Thank you, no pressure to mod though. I might be a little bit preoccupied making sure Shiny's okay, but I will be there if I can. Never had it before. I think I've had it 6 or 7 times. Again, like every year when they were working in A&E or in the hospital, they brought it back, and it's not their fault. I'm not blaming them for it at all. Like, there's nothing you can do. But like, it's just a whole week of being sick. That's what it is. We have to hope that if I do get it though, that I recover relatively quickly, because I do have some stuff I need to do next week that I actually can't reschedule. I'm a bit nervous, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, you misheard? No, you're fine. No, norovirus. It's because you hear virus these days and you just think COVID, I think. Ah, their brain, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. The one illness I never want to get is flu. Never again. I don't want to be in mid-hospital. It's awful. I still can't believe flu put me in hospital though. I have had flu once, and I've been offered a flu jab every single year, and then one year I didn't get it because I was like, I'm young, it can't be that bad. And that's the one year I got flu, and I'm in the same boat. Never again. Never again. Never. I never. It's awful. Put Shiny first. I will be. They're doing a lot better than they were last night, thankfully. I am running on 2 hours sleep right now. I went to bed with a migraine, and I was woken up at about 1 o'clock, and I haven't been back to sleep since. Again, if you've never been in a house with someone who has it, you think you're lucky. If you've never had it, you're lucky. It is like non-stop, and I haven't really slept. But there's also like, there's no reason I can't sleep right now. And so I'm really glad, honestly, that I did come live, because you know when you're like psychoing yourself and being like, do I feel sick? Do I feel ill now? Am I feeling ill? Is it now? I was doing that like all morning because I'm just kind of waiting for it, you know. But since being live, I have actually felt fine. It's just me like psychoing myself into it. You've never been offered the flu jab? I think it's like, yeah, you can get it just in Boots. You can just book yourself into it. Yeah, and it's not too expensive. You got big news? Shifty, what is your big news? Please share with the chat, please, if you can, unless it's a secret, and then don't. Dear. The second time I've had flu, my partner had to carry me to the bathroom this morning because my energy levels are short. Oh, bless you. Flu is awful. Like, I think flu gets thrown around a lot very lightheartedly, but flu is not fun. Not fun at all. And neither is COVID. Dear. So far I haven't had COVID, but I mask up everywhere. Shiny's been so unlucky. If anyone wants to send love to Shiny, like, they've been so unlucky. They were sick a couple weeks ago, not with COVID, but with like a really nasty cold. I don't think it was flu. I think it was just a really bad cold. And then they've immediately come into norovirus. They've like literally, we went out on Monday, like they're better finally after like being like bedbound for like a week. They're better. They're not coughing anymore, they're fine. So we go out just to like have a little nice day out on Monday and they pick up norovirus. Like, Jesus, and we are careful. We hand sanitize, we wear masks. The problem with norovirus is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do. You wear a mask, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's like, it is like one of the most contagious things. And again, all you have to do is breathe the same air as someone who's had it that was there 2 hours previously. That's why it spreads so fast. Oh dear, feel better. I'm fine right now. It's Shiny that I worry about. You gave blood yesterday! Heckin' good on you! Very cool. Oh, you've already raised, oh my god, wait. What was the goal? Wasn't it 1,000 quid? Or am I wrong? What was the goal for you guys? Well, I thought it was like 1,000 quid. I mean, if all my doctor surgery will do it for me this year because I got admitted to hospital. True, actually, they might do. If you have like the medical record, they might just offer it to you, but to be safe. 2 pints shy of 5 gallon pin. Ooh! I do wish a Shiny a quick and full recovery. Me too. Me too. I really hope they feel better soon. Oh dear. Oh, 5,000 Steam goal. My bad. Sorry. That's still. It's only been a few hours, and I'm assuming most people, because obviously like they're Welsh streamers taking part, I can't assume too many of them have gone live yet. because like most people don't like streaming in the morning. Oh, that's amazing though. Are you all ready for yours? Shifty's going live at 1 to do their charity stream. Are you ready? Most of the streams are way later. Yeah, that's kind of what I assumed. Just because, yeah, nobody really wants... Like, I am probably the minority in that most people really do not like streaming in the mornings. There you go. All right, bring the good bod back. Get rid of the evil bod. Give it a quick save, because I can't remember if I've done it. You're mostly ready? I'm very excited. Got some big streamers later. Yeah, I know. Excuse me. Oh, damn, I'm very... Wait, which one do you want to do first? Excuse me. I'm really excited to see how it goes. We got sewing, crochet, wave, and hat again. Like they're just gonna be like little extra ones on top, so that we can do some little I guess idle movements. Like while I'm sewing, I can have that going. While I'm crocheting, and have that going. Thank you for the hick. Sorry, I like hick 3 times in a row. Then Jesus. Morning is a matter of geography, but I get it is technically the morning for you too. Yeah, but with this particular stream, everyone who's taking part is, I think, either in Wales or Welsh, which means the majority of them in the same time zone as me, because I also live in Wales. Because we did a charity stream a couple weeks ago and we have quite a busy March, I did have to like not take part in this one, but I'm really glad Shifty is, to be honest. I'm really glad Shifty. What is that? Shifty, can you see that in the chat right now? Or is it just me? Because earlier someone raided in and that's what it showed, and I felt crazy. They were like, oh, we've had a raid, and it just says like US dollar NAN, total raid so far, NAN, more days to show support. Oh wait, it was a raid! Jesus! Springy Fox, welcome in, who raided me? I'm so sorry, I think OBS is having like a bit of a problem. Do you mind telling me who raided so I can shout them out? Because, yeah, I don't know if you can see it in chat, but, oh dear. Oh, was it Sandman? Sandman, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. How was your stream? Sorry, we're having a bit of a weird problem at the moment. It's not OBS, it's Twitch. Whoa, oh no. That's not good. Is this something that you've had already? Because yeah, that's weird. Sorry for being late to the party, but does anyone mind saying what David's Day is? It is the Patron's Day Wales, and it is a day where Welsh people come out and celebrate. And I think there's probably some history behind it, but like my knowledge is just celebrating Welsh culture today. It's a day of celebration for Welsh culture and eating Welsh food and get your Welsh cakes and meet up with your friends and have a nice day. Yeah, probably some history there, but oh dear. Welcome in, Sandman! How was your stream? As you can see, we're kind of designing a new VTuber right now. We're separating all the layers and getting all the emotes and stuff done. It's just another version of the one that I got now. Also, Doom, welcome on in. Oh, sorry. Have fun watching. Take some care. Sorry, the opposite of welcome on in. Get your health some sleep. Thank you for popping by. What are Welsh cakes? They're like little flat not pancakes. Cakes you make with a stone, not a pan. And they're kind of like, if you imagine scones, but much thinner. And like, I don't know, like the texture's a bit different. And you can get raisins in them. You can get chocolate chips in them, although I haven't seen those ones nearby for a while. And sometimes they're filled with jam. I like putting jam on top of them personally because I like to choose my jam. Yeah, like butter and jam. I've been struggling for the past couple of nights. I beat 4 and 5 today. After struggling, I did the Easter egg as well, so I'm trying to beat the secret ending, but oh, bless you. It must be quite a hard game then, because you're pretty well versed in Five Nights at Freddy's. I should say as well, Sandman, if you need to get some Z's or anything like that, please do. I apologize that alerts aren't showing up. I thought it was an OBS thing, but it seems like it might actually be a Twitch thing right now, which is not great, but if I miss anything, just scream at me. What Jelly said, it's a day dedicated to the patron saint of Wales, like St. Patrick is to Ireland or St. Andrew to Scotland, but we use it as a day to celebrate Welsh culture. Yeah! Okay, I was pretty much spot on. I was pretty close. I've been helping Sam and having fun watching him suffer. Oh, nice. Hell yeah, like a proper chatter. And Peoplers, welcome on in. And Skirmish, welcome on in. I just beat the secret. Nice. Very nice. Just a location I haven't played in a long time, so it's a struggle. Also, thank you for the hydrate. Let me get that for you. It's gonna look weird, but I can do it. There we go. Sorry. So Dave was a preacher from what I remember from primary school. The ground would lift below him so peacefully all could hear, and he would perform other miracles too. I think most of the patron saints have done something like kind of mad. That's like, they have to do something to become like a saint, right? You can't just, you don't just wake up one day and you're a patron saint. You have to do something kind of mad. So here, you're cutting out petals, I think, and talk about poo. Skinny, that sounds about right. Welcome on in. I'm designing a VTuber. I draw and rig VTubers. So like, this is a VTuber that I'm using right now that I have made. And at the moment, I'm just making kind of like a more cartoony version. It just fits the aesthetic that I like. And so far, we've got the normal one and the evil one, so that I can go from like good to evil in a second if I want to. I might add some more details to the evil one, but as like a base, they're pretty good. Like, I don't know, looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So the next thing to do is to add all the extra details and emotes and stuff like that. So David is one of the only patrons that was born and lived in the country he represents. Yeah! Yeah, you know what? I have heard the odd story about some of the patron saints maybe not coming from where they are patron saints of. Oh, bless you. Thank you for the lurk, Brain. I appreciate it. Hell yeah. So yeah, Shifty is raising money later with a lot of other Welsh streamers as well. They are raising money for a Welsh children's hospice. It was not the Welsh Children's Hospice that I thought it was. Both me and Shiny was like, oh, it's this one, but it's not that one. It's a different one. It's a bit further up, and I think it's either Mid or North Wales. But yeah, I mean, it's a wonderful cause at the end of the day, like giving some joy to some children at the end of their lives. It's a very hard topic, and I'm sure like a lot of the streamers are going into it. I will not go into it because I am not one of those streamers. I am not doing the fundraiser, but yeah, it's a really, really fantastic cause. And especially doing it for St. David's Day as well, like a day to celebrate Welsh culture, to raise some money for some kids. I mean, you already know that I like raising money for kids in hospitals. I would have taken part if we hadn't done the charity stream like literally 2 weeks ago. Oh dear. Do zombies poo? You know, that does sound like us. I can't say I remember exactly, but I also, you can tell me that I said that and I will believe you that I did say that. Oh dear. It's a great charity and hospice, hell yeah. I don't want people to think the patron saint of Scotland would be like, if actually from Scotland, probably more sweary. I mean, all the Scottish people, so for some reason, like a lot of our bills, whenever we have to like call up and do stuff, like half the time the bills come, like, I guess they're based in Scotland, but like half the time I get through to someone who is definitely Scottish, and we just kind of have to go backwards and forwards, because obviously when you're going through like card details and like home details and data protection and all that kind of stuff, you're having to like say your postcode and stuff like that, and every single time I'm like wetting myself as neither of us can understand a goddamn word the other person says. Oh dear. You know what though, I've always had good interactions. It takes a while sometimes to get some of the details out, but like, you know, I've always had good interactions. It's always been fun. Oh dear. Not sure how I'm gonna do the charity read, or is that to do with what the charity does? I mean, hospices are a heavy topic, but like, it's so worthwhile. I mean, can you do much more than give like kids like an amazing end of their life? I don't think you can do much more amazing than that. I think while it is very sad that that happens, I still think, oh my god, an alert! Oh my god, they work! Twitch, are you back? Are you back? Spring, thank you so much for the follow. It's very kind of you. It is a heavy one. It's heavy, but you know, it just shows that the work is very worthwhile. I think any hospice work is it's hard, but being able to fundraise for hospices is, yeah, really, really important, because if anyone deserves to have like some good times, it's those people who have suffered for potentially years, and especially kids who might have suffered for like more than half of their life. Yeah, you know, give them a good out. Twitch, have you returned? I would love to know. High percentage of call centers in Scotland as well. Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, every time I'd call up, I'd get some nice Scottish person and be like, here we go again. I don't think that I'm like, I think people can understand me, but my phone quality has always been really bad. And I think that's kind of what it comes down to. It's not that they can't understand me, it's just that, yeah, I have a very low phone quality. So it almost seems like they can't. But I think they can. I think if they were with me in person, we'd have no problems. I think it's to do with the call quality mostly. Like a slight accent and the call quality. Oh, right, I want to have a little silly hat. As you can see, I want my silly hat, and I want to give my hat jiggle physics, so I'm drawing a silly little hat. This one doesn't, I don't know what I'm going to call it. It's not really an emotion, but I'll put it on like an emotion slider. All right. So it needs, oh wait, that's not hard enough. There you go, get hard. Nice. Actually, it might be best to do that as just like a streak. And then do this one. What? No. Okay, wait. Like so. Give it a couple of lines and then... Oh, actually maybe it needs to be more like... I kind of want it to look like a beret, but like a jelly beret. A jerry. I want it to look like a jerry. Help. I've slept for 2 hours. I've lost my mind. The last time I had to deal with the phone call, there's a sweet old Scottish woman who thought, aww, hell yeah. Honestly, I've actually had very positive phone interactions recently. Normally, I will say, I'm not someone who dislikes, like, I don't have like a phobia of making phone calls. I don't mind making phone calls for like bills and stuff like that. But I often, it's something that I'll sometimes put off because it's like, ugh, here we go again. But like actually recently, I've only had really good interactions. I don't know, things have been pretty good. Everyone I've spoken to has been really nice. Can't complain. I would like that to be a little bit, yeah. That was a bit silly, but I like it. It needs 2 eyes, a gellet, thank you. You're okay, oh, you're fine. Take care of yourself. I'm sorry, I hope you feel better soon, and good luck the next time you play the game. I hope that it goes a bit better for you. And again, thank you so much for the raid and thinking of us. I appreciate it. Yeah, go look after yourself after your stream. Okay, get this. My gellet. My gellet. Can I get rid of that? Yeah. I'm getting distracted by the face being there. Eh. So for the gellet to properly work, I will have to like get rid of those bits when the gellet is activated. Haven't had much sleep yet for annoying reasons. Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome to the we getting by club. I'll be honest, I don't deal very well with no sleep. I've been up consistently since 1 in the morning. And I haven't slept. So I'm kind of just like, woo! But it's because obviously Shiny's not well, and so like, it's hard to sleep, but also I would want to make sure they were okay anyway. There you go, there's my gellet. It's I love him. I love him. He's very silly, but I love him. Oh dear. Also looking adorable. Thank you. Do you have an inspiration? It's the same as the VTuber that I'm using right now, that I just kind of gone in the direction of like slime jelly creatures. I like the idea of... Oh, you know what I didn't do? I was gonna say I like the idea of non-humanoid creatures. Sorry, Gellet. You need to go for a second. I need Evil Bod. Because the eyes are not correct. They need to be so much darker. I'm gonna say, let's say minus 69, because lol. 69, nice. And then duplicate that layer. This is gonna look really odd for a second, don't mind it. Yeah, I knew something was wrong. I wanted to have my dark eyes on like a different, like, it wasn't like the only option. Oh, no. There you go. God, it's terrifying having the one really glowy eye, huh? Much layer. There you go. Nice. And then merge layer. There you go. Yeah, I wanted to have the dark eyes still, but like on this one, again, just to like make it look a little different again. Oh dear, I nearly forgot. Heck, that would have been a nightmare. Oh my god, she didn't have her dark eyes. Heck. What's up, good? Welcome on in. I like the new VTuber you're working on. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. Oh dear, face looks a bit Steven Universe to me. Oh, hell yeah, thank you. Yeah, I prefer slightly more cartoonish. It's definitely got anime inspiration, but it's like, I personally, the style that I prefer to do is like just a little bit cartoony. Not all the way cartoony, but like a little bit. I don't know if now that that's there that I should maybe just neaten at the bottom a little bit. Go into this bit. Because it's quite obvious now that it's a bit darker, which I guess is a good thing. Fix my mistakes when I notice them. I'm gonna have to copy that across now because no longer symmetrical. I might just copy the entire eye again. Listen, I'm sorry, I'm very lazy. Lazy, very lazy. I'm just gonna copy the whole eye. It's easier than trying to line it up every time. And then flip it across. Plus, it's not like I'm gonna be rigging this one anyway. Even well, thank you, I'm glad to hear it. You've been knitting on a knitting machine. A knitting machine? And then I was thinking about, what? A knitting machine? Oh my god, fancy. Heckin' fancy. Is that you? Is that about the right place? I think that's about the right place. Hell yeah. Okay, so now it's gonna look even more different between the two, but I wanted my dark eyes still. You know what? I think she looks even eviler. Is it a bit Shadow the Hedgehog-esque? I think it's fine, right? I think it's fine, right? No one's gonna think this is my Sonic OC, Shadow the Hedgehog. I think it's just the black with the red with the pops of yellow. I don't know. This is my own Shadow the Hedgehog OC. Please do not steal. I need this. This is mine. And then the blue one, that's Sonic. That's also my OC. Do not steal. Yeah, original character, do not steal. Here is Sonic. Here is Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh god! Jelly, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. And Kath, welcome on morning. I hope you're doing well. I hope we're both having a good day. We are, as you can see, designing a new VTuber that I'll hopefully rig at the end of the week. We'll see how it goes. Oh dear, oh no, my Sonic OC. Here's my Sonic OC. I am my Sonic OC right now as well. I don't know if you could tell, but right now I am Sonic. And this is my Shadow the Hedge. Oh, God. Nothing against OCs in general. I want to do original work. Oh dear. Okay, right. Let's get some shading in before I cringe into oblivion. Let's just grab that one and go a bit bigger, less hard, more bigger, and just... Actually, we can go like a little bit more there. And then just lightly around the top. I will muddle with the opacity a bit there so it's not quite so in... Oh, I can't because I did it on this... I did it on the same layer. I'm not the smartest being to ever be. I just have to make my layers better. There you go. And then just very lightly around the edge. Make him look round. Rounder. And then if I do this... There we go. There we go, that'll do. Actually, wait, I think I've gone to like 50. We'll do 20. There you go. I will have to put like a proper shadow on him as well. Merge that. This is Gillette. And then... Excuse me, sorry. That's what happens when I think about my OC. It gets to me. I need the dark color in there. There you go, that's probably the dark color that I wanted. And then harder, color it all in. Nice, very nice. And then move it down. This will be Gillette Shadow. Wait a second. Wait a goddamn second. Oh, this is the opacity. Like, something doesn't look right here. It's the fact that it's 100% opacity and it's meant to be a shadow. There you go. I know. There you go. No. Nice. Okay. Oh, dear. Thank you for the hick. Understandable. They do seem very powerful. I will have to hide, if I go into normal bod, for when this happens, the blobs will go. So, like, art. Very arty. I want to have eyes on it, but I want the eyes to be separate. Let's just get that dark color from in there again, so that I can like. I would like the Gillette to be able to blink. What's a good eye size? Like 146. That's. That specifically seems like a good one. You know, I know, right? I can't help it. This has only started in like December or something as well. This one. It's 2. And then 20. Wait, that's the wrong color because it does need this one. It needs to be a bit lighter. Oh no, I want him to smile. I don't know if that's too big. He just needs a little smile. He's just a little guy. That looks more like a nose though. Oh, good God. Please. Ah, there you go. Perfect. Nailed it. Sentient hat. Yes. You're gonna lurk? Have a lovely lurk. Thank you for popping by. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your books. I hope you feel better soon. Which eye is that? That's this one. That means this one's this one. And then... And then... Yes. He is perfect. Perfect. Okay. There he is. I don't know if the face is too big. I mean, I can make it smaller. Is that better? I can't tell. I kind of like it though. I might redraw the mouth if I'm doing it like that, just so it's like the same thickness as everything else. Otherwise, that's going to bother me just a little bit. I like his tiny little face. All right, where is it? Where is his mouth? To zoom in a bit. There you go. Perfect. Hell yeah. I love him. My Jellet. Save that. This is Jellet mouth. This is Jellet left eye. This is Jellet right eye. Oh, oh my god, come on. There you go. And then what we can do is move these together, and this can be the group of Jellet. Oh god. Please. Let me spell Jellet. There we go. Cool, and again, we'll just toggle it so that the thingies don't stick out when the Jellet is on. Do you love him? I love him. I think he's very cute. He technically would also sit on, bring that back, the evil bod as well. I don't know if he necessarily suits the evil bod, but technically I can put him on there, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know about that. It just looks a little bit like I've just put a PNG on my head. Whereas with the normal bod, it kind of fits because of the color scheme. I think the Jellet would have to be red to work with that. So maybe we won't have them where they can overlap. Well, technically I can't stop them overlapping, can I? It'll happen if it happens. All right, the Jellet was probably the easiest one to do. I do have some harder ones to do now. Let me get those up. Heck yeah. Oh, wait, I accidentally clicked the ducks, I'm sorry. The ducks, they got moved. There you go. There you go. Did it make a dark one? A dark jelly hat? Oh, I could. It wouldn't be difficult is the thing. Like, it would be very easy because they don't have very many layers. Do we want a dark Jellet? Evil Jellet time? Okay. Duplicate the group. The group is going to be called Jellet. Evil. Oh, Seevil. Evil. Evil Jellet. We'll put the Jellet evil in there so that we can donk donk. God damn it. Alright, sure, why not? We'll put it that the saturation is just... Wait, does that not work? Oh, it's on the shadow, that's why. Duh. Okay, I was confused for a second there. I was like, where is my hue and saturation? If you want one for Jellet, I do want one for Jellet. You're right. Evil. All right, Jellet. Time to desaturate. Oh heck! Oh my god, is that US dollar? NAN total raise so far? NAN more days to show support, cheer and include? Sorry, we're having a bit of a weird thing. Who the hell is it? Who is it? Twitch is fucking up the raids, so I don't know who you are, but thank you so much for raiding. Whoever you are, I really appreciate it. If anyone in chat knows who raided me, so that I can shout them out. It's Nick Bricks, thank you. How did you see that? I can't even see that. God damn it. Does Nick Bricks have any... It's just this, isn't it, Nick? It's nothing No, like, random letters. Well, we'll give it a go. See. Hell yeah, it's a real person. Oh, you did an update on the phone? It looks normal to me. So what? Yeah, I think it's just mods and the streamer that can see it. Every single time someone raids at the moment, instead of showing who raids, it shows this. Oh my god. Oh no. Wait, I can see that one. Shifty, thank you for the raid of 1. Why can I see yours and not anyone else's? Yeah, this is what it shows me in chat. Nick, how was your stream? What did you get up to? We are making a VTuber right now. Let me show you real quick. I'm just at the moment working on the gellet. But we have an evil bean and a good bean. We also have made a gellet. And now we're gonna make an evil gellet for my evil bean. And then we're going to do some other like emotes. So for those who don't know, hello, hi, my name is Jelly. I make VTubers, I rig VTubers, and I do the art for them as well. I don't do commissions yet, but I am trying to get better so that that is something that I can maybe do in the future. And normally I'm a cosplayer, but I am technically on a cosplay hiatus because I'm waiting to hear some stuff about a competition. Until I hear about that, I can't start. So yeah. I think that pretty much sums up who I am. Nick, how was your stream? What did you get up to? I hope that it was good. I could see World of Warcraft. I hope that it went well. There we go. It was good. All sorts of shenanigans. Eternal WoW. Heck yeah. Oh, I'm glad it was a good time. I should say, if you do need to get any snacks or like look after yourself after your stream, obviously, please do. Self-care comes first. But otherwise, yeah, thank you for popping by. Oh, thank you for popping by. I appreciate it. I'm sorry that we're just kind of doing like a second gellet right now, but it's important to me. It's important to me that we have our evil gellet. I'm not gonna make him look angry, because I don't want to make him look angry. I want him to still be a happy bean, just on an angry lady. There you go, just get that. And get that. Also, happy St. David's Day. I hope everyone's St. David's Day is going well. Oh, there we go. Gellet map. There we go. Now we have an evil gellet for our evil bean. So now the evil bean can also wear an evil gellet. Oh dear. Lots of rest. Have fun, everyone. Oh, bless you. Take care. I don't know what St. David's Day is. St. David's Day, it's the patron saint of Wales. So you know like how you have St. Patrick's Day? Well, everyone has a patron saint in the UK, including Wales. And for Wales, it's St. David's Day, which is today, which is a day to celebrate Welsh culture, to get together with friends, eat Welsh food, and just have like a nice time. Just have a nice time. Kind of the same as I think with any patron saint holiday. You kind of just celebrate. You just celebrate the country you live in, I guess. Although I will say, as someone who lived in England for most of their childhood, I didn't even realize England had a patron saint. That's how little we goddamn talked about it. Like, I know they exist now, but I never did. I never did when I was little. They never really mentioned it. Oh dear. But I would say in Scotland, Scotland, Wales, and especially Ireland, like I think they're a bit more well known. Oh dear. Right, we've got our gellet. I need to save it because we have now two happy bean gellets. OC Shadow Slime looks like a Dragoon. Really? Ooh. See, we were a bit worried that it looked like my my Sonic OC. But I like her. I like her. She's cute. There are reasons to celebrate St. David more than St. George's Day. That's a whole other topic. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. Like, England just doesn't really do. There are patriotic people in England, but I can confidently say not where I grew up. No one was patriotic. Everyone hated everything. And so like, why the hell would we celebrate our patron saint when everyone just hates everything? The only time people would celebrate is if they got a day off work. And honestly, as an adult, fair. Scholar, we celebrate by eating haggis and drinking alcohol. Hell yeah. See, that sounds lovely as well. Kind of like King's Day here, where we celebrate the country's king and the country too. Yeah, kinda. It's kind of like that. Oh dear. It's just like a celebration with lots of culture stuff happening and lots of food. Food being important. I think food is important in any celebration though. Food's important in birthday celebrations. Food's important in every celebration. Should we do the sewing one? Because I'm a bit nervous. These are arms. And hands are hard to do. So maybe I should do the hands because they're a little bit difficult. What I will do is, Oh, actually, I could just draw it like this. There you can kind of see like what I'm actually planning to add to it, which is going to look a bit weird for a while because it is going to be that they slide. So you go from like your standard jelly to your jelly like stitching. So while they're all there, it's going to look a little bit weird, but I could probably draw it like this. I basically, you can't see the base one anymore because I wasn't expecting to do any of this process on stream, to be quite honest. I thought I was going to be busy today, so I didn't really prepare for that, but I have actually deleted my base drawing. Do I have any way I can show you? I don't think that I do. I drew her off stream, see, and I really liked the way that the drawing went, and that's why. But I don't think, because I don't think I have my camera set up. That was a cool one as well. I've definitely been going for the slightly more archy-eyed look, but it's been taking a little bit of like narrowing it down to exactly what I like, because I don't like them too, what do you call it, like, I like them to still be curvy. Ah, dear. I can show you this. Probably not going to be very easy to show you this because my camera is not set up to show you this. Hello, blah, blah, blah. Is it? Let me make sure my phone isn't in the way just in case someone does ring me and then I accidentally dox their phone number. That would be a bit embarrassing, huh? Can you... Oh! It's just ducks. Yeah, there you go. This is what you wanted to see, right? You wanted to see ducks. No, I wanted to show you this. This was my concept. Sorry, it's like a little bit, it's just a doodle. And you can kind of tell that it's just a doodle. But, that was my concept. There you go. But I've obviously removed it from my Photoshop file. So you just get the finished project, which I still think gives you a pretty good idea of what it was meant to look like because it's finished. But I do normally draw out like a draft first and it like the whole thing looks like this. Like all of the layers look like this to start with. Yeah. Everything is orange that day. Oh, everything's orange? Oh, that does sound pretty cool. All right. I am going to, I don't want to get the whole, I kind of want the most of it to be invisible, but I might have to do it individually. Maybe actually I can probably start from just the body, right? I just want to be able to properly see the arm, so I don't want the hair back to be there, for instance. She does look cute, by the way, with a short hairstyle. Don't you think? I might have the back hair as a toggle because I kind of like the short hairstyle on her as well. I think it's cute. But what I want to get rid of is, I think, the upper body, the legs, and then I want to keep the arms. Just because this will help me when it comes to positioning everything. It's going to look a bit weird for a while, but we'll live with that. And I'm also going to do this bit like up here, and then I'll put it back into where it needs to go later. Oh dear. Also, home, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good day. We are designing and making a VTuber. I make the VTubers, I draw them, and then I rig them, including the one that I'm using now. This is like another variant of the one that I'm using now. I'm just kind of simplifying her a little bit because I prefer more cartoony aesthetic. So that's what we're doing. We're making her a bit more cartoony. We are, at the moment, adding all of the emotion stuff. So basically getting it so I can like slide these in and out. Dear. That being said, please buckle yourselves in if you are new here. I draw everything with mouse and keyboard. So what you'll see is a lot of like, actually no. I'm so sorry. I don't have proper drawing stuff, which means that drawing is a little bit hard. It's kind of just like making a VTuber, but in hard mode. And honestly, making a VTuber is already kind of hard, so it's just extra hard. I think something like that will work. It's basically the same, actually. I just need to wiggle it up a little bit. There you go. It's basically the same. She's gonna be quite round, so I don't know if I need to do a pointy elbow. When you close your phone, but you are still typing. No. Do you want to know? You want to know why carrots are orange? I don't know why carrots are orange. I'm assuming it's something in them, like some kind of, not protein, but chemical. Does this look like she's pinching something? It's meant to look like she's pinching something. I don't know. Hands are difficult, and she has like mittens because she's a slime lady. Of course she has mittens. I think that kind of looks like she's pinching something. A little bit. Dear. High level of bacteria in bread. Whoa. Orange, well, I have forgotten. The orange, because the Dutch make them orange for our king. To be fair, yeah, of course, because like as well, was it they can come in lots of different colors, can't they? Because you can get purple carrots. I always forget that carrots can come in different colors, to be honest. So I'm gonna have this go up and down so it looks like it's stitching into the fabric. I don't know that I want to bother with any thread, to be honest, because I don't really want to do smaller lines. I'll have a couple on the eyes, but like generally I want to keep my lines quite large. That should be a pretty good hand though. Let's once again flip over, and then we'll do it on this side as well. The only thing is on this side, I think it might need to be just a bit higher up. So we're kind of trying to get this where the elbow is. Because that's what makes sense, right? That's where the bend is. I think it's about there. I think that's a little bit low. That's okay though, that's okay. Ups, thank you for the lurk, I appreciate it. The House of Orange is the... Oh, it's a royal family. Nice. That's really cool. Oh dear. Right. So this is meant to be a piece of fabric. This is meant to be a little piece of fabric here. I don't know what color we want the piece of fabric to be. I guess I am going to be working with a lot of purple on the next project. So maybe like a very light purple or like a medium purple. You can... Because yeah, I want it to kind of represent, I guess, the next fabric we're working on. There you go. Is my phone going off? I literally put you under the desk for 1 second. What's wrong? Oh, it's fine. There's nothing to worry about. That's all good. And then up to there, and then I will probably do actually that layer behind there, which is going to be like a layer that can like flop out a little bit. Oh, actually it's too soft, too soft. There you go. And do it like that so it can like flop in and out a little bit. You won't see it anyway because it'll be behind that one. I think that means we can get rid of base sewing. And just like have a look at what we've actually drawn there. God, it's terrifying when there's no body. Ah! Oh dear, sorry, I'd forgotten. I used to work for a Dutch-based company and was told by them a large population descends from the Netherlands and the Pacific Northwest. A yearly tulip festival. It's breathtaking to see the acres. Aww. That sounds lovely. It's been a long time since I had history classes as well, anime. I always find it interesting, and then there's always a part of me that's like, have I learned this already? Maybe. Festival's in the spring, just a month away or so. Hell yeah. Oh dear. Lovely. Right, I am gonna make this just a little bit darker than some of the rest of it. Just because, honestly. Just because. No, it's because I want it to look like it's a little bit in shadow. And I'll go to there. I don't think it's going to flop out this far, to be honest. But that's okay. I give myself the extra space. 2 seconds. Sorry, very quickly. Can I put you on a duck screen? I just want to make sure that Shiny's doing all right. I'll put you here really quickly so you can watch the ducks. I'll be right back. Sorry. Okay, they might be asleep, but I put a little message there, so if they do need anything, they can let me know. If you hear an incredibly loud Facebook notification, you know what it is. Sorry about that. I'm looking after someone who is not the most well right now, so I want to make sure that they are A-okay, tip-top shape, as soon as possible. There we go, get that a bit bigger, and just fill all that in. Ah, did I miss anything? Happy March, everyone! I know, right? The year is flying by concerningly fast. Prior to Reddit, I hope Shiny is okay. I really hope so too. They might be sleeping. Like, obviously, like, I didn't get a lot of sleep, but at the end of the day, Shiny didn't get a lot of sleep and was sick like 1,000 times. So I wouldn't blame them if they were getting some sleep, because yeah, I think they probably got even less than I did, and I didn't get a lot. And I feel okay. Like, I am a functional human being. Like, bless them, earlier they were too tired to type. Like, oh god. Too tired to type? Yeah, too tired to type. It's just too exhausting. Everything's too exhausting. There we go. Wow, okay. Have I already got the color that I... That's that, and then this one goes in here. Oh, that's the same color. A little bit lighter, there you go. So it looks like it's in shade, and then we can go back in and shade it a little bit extra, but that's more what I want. Hell yeah. Time goes really fast. I'm waiting for someone thinking it's already 6 days away. Oh my god. I hope Shiny gets well soon. Me too. Sleep will make Shiny better. I hope so. I really hope so, because with stomach things, normally I just feed people until they're better. That's my go-to. It's like, oh, you're sick? Okay, I'll just feed you until you're not sick anymore, you know? But with like stomach problems, with if you've got like an upset stomach, you can't do that. And so I'm like out of ideas here. They don't like ginger flavor either, so like I can't even get them like a ginger tea. So yeah, I'm like all of the stuff that I know to do, it's gone. I can't feed them until they're better. Oh dear. Hey, you know what? It'll be fine. Hopefully they get better nice and soon. I don't actually know if I want to shade this. I kind of like how blocky it is. I'm not sure. Kind of like it. But then. Nah, I'm gonna I changed my mind. Sorry, I'm a flip-floppy lady. I have changed my mind. Is it this layer? Yeah, there it is. Do this. And then just... Oh, no. No, not like that. Like that. And probably like a little bit smaller than that, honestly. Just to like, I don't know, emphasize that there is a hump there. And I'm aware there's a hump. And... you know, like a little bit of shading. I will make that a little bit less obvious. There you go. Okay. Okay. I'm happy with that. I'm happy. Was always told bananas, applesauce, rice, and toast for an upset tummy. Chamomile is good too, but I'm sure you already know this if you get the OCD. No, chamomile, he doesn't like chamomile, so he won't drink that. And I think like earlier he was like, just water, nothing else. And that's like, it throws me for a loop when it's just water, because I'm so used to just feeding people until they're better. But not this time. Fabric back. Enjoy the rest of it. No, you're fine. Take care, peoplers. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope that it goes well. Front. There we go. Yeah. Okay. And what's this? Oh, this. What are these, by the way? These are the arms. Okay. I'll call this arm L sewing and arm sewing. I think it's fine to name those now because they're the outline, they'll be the top layer anyway. So I think that's fine. Okay. Okay. Actually, I do also need to just make sure. Sorry. Yes, fine. I just needed to make sure that, like, when this one's in front, that it properly hides where that seam's going to be. Sorry, that's a really weird one to just suddenly check. I split the arm into the upper arm, lower arm, and hand so that I can move them all independently. When I was little and I had an upset stomach, I sleep in the empty bathtub. Somehow the cold porcelain of the tub made my nausea feel better. Ooh. We probably... This is a problem. If Shiny was smaller, then that might work. But Shiny's like 6'4", 364. I feel like the tub is not, it's not big enough. But like, not comfortable lying down, you know? It's definitely a good idea. And in conceptually, I like it. Shiny's just kind of tall. Very, very tall. Alright, get that in there. And that was nice and easy, actually. Hell yeah. And then do the right arm as well. I can also delete the base now, can't I think? There we go. Oh, I might have to get a I did pretty well on the other arm. I might need to get a slightly smaller brush just to get up to the wrist. And then like a little bit smaller again. And then we'll just have to go in with some shading. There you go. Good. All right. Now if I was to, for some random reason, get rid of that, and then also get rid of this and this. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my God. Is she sewing? Wow. Look at the upper body back in so she looks a little bit less weird. Whoa. Look at that. She's sewing. I do need to finish filling it in, and I can see something here, like a nice little gap there. There you go. And then I need to, you know, get some shading on there, but hey! Good! I always love my stuffed animals, and that made me feel better. Now I'm gonna get sick, and when I do, it's never really that bad, and I just need to sleep for 2 days. We just had a bit of a year of illness here, I think, and hopefully after this year, it'll be better. Yeah. I do still like the long hair, but I'm gonna say she's pretty cute with short hair. Also, did my music just abandon me again? Again? The second... Wait, where is my music? Oh, it's there. Why are you... Okay, start at the beginning, first and foremost. There we go. I do like her with short hair. I think she's cute. It's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, it's not too complicated. Honestly, it's a lot of layers. You can see it's a lot of layers, right? But it's not that bad if you know what you're doing. It just takes a while, and it's very satisfying to watch all the layers like come together, and like you can kind of just enjoy how it ends up looking. All right, I need to grab this, so let's just flick back up to here again, so that I can get some shading in on this arm. I love that you can see my lumpy filling. Oh dear. I kind of want to go from underneath predominantly, because that's probably where a lot of the shading will go, and then just cover most of that. And of course, get that out there, and then just very light shading. I want her to look like super round, to be honest. So I want to add like all of that, and then just bring it down. Oh no! I did it on the same layer, god damn it. Okay, well, it was a really good idea until I didn't make a new layer for it. Oops. My idea was solid, my execution was poor. Okay, just go around this top again. I want it to look really, really round. Even though, again, she's a bit sharper than the one that I'm using right now, she's a bit more pointy. I still want her to look round. Go pretty low. There you go. Yeah, that looks good. And then I just need to get the white, add that, and make this a little bit smaller. She is a slime lady after all. Okay, and then that's that. Should be able to merge all of that up. And then that's the right arm. Hell yeah, nice. 4 a.m. Oh, bless you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Like I was not going to show any of this live on stream because I've drawn VTubers before. I've drawn more complicated VTubers in this as well. So I wasn't going to show any of it, but I've actually had a really nice morning. I'm kind of glad that I did share it, even if it's a little boring for some of the regulars. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate everyone who stops by. Yeah, because this is something that I really like. It's not the most interesting. I'm not gonna pretend that it is. It's a lot of repetition, but I really enjoy it, and it gives me a lot of joy, and it's a fun skill that I like to encourage people to give a go. You know, I'm like, listen, you wanna get into VTubing? and you're worried about the VTuber, you're worried about paying for a VTuber, because like, here's the thing, VTubers are expensive, and I'm not saying that they're wrong for being expensive, because the work that goes into making a VTuber is like pretty intense. I'm not going to do any highlights on that side because it feels like the highlights would be lower down. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of heckin' work. There's a lot of expertise. You're paying for an expert to make your tuber, right? But it's really fun. It's a very fun process, and I so highly recommend it. I like the patience. It is a lot of repetition. If you're not keen on repetitive, I guess actions, you might not enjoy it. It's a lot of the same thing. But if you don't mind doing repetitive actions over and over again, you can make a VTuber for free really easily. At least I don't know so much about 3D VTubers. You have to apologize. I do want to learn about that one day, but I'm kind of a noob with 3D. But 2D VTubers, at least, you can make a custom one pretty easy. It just takes a really long time. I think that's the thing, is like, it's not overly complicated. Like, this bit is a little bit, like all of the bits of the layers can be a bit, especially if you've never rigged before, because rigging really helps you work out what you need to do your rigging. Nailed it. It really helps. But otherwise, yeah, it's really not too bad. I'm gonna call this sewing. Sewing? There you go. I actually think the layers on this might be okay as well, because it's low enough down that having it right at the front is not super bad. Jellet. I love him. All right, save it again, because that's another layer done. I do want to do crochet. I'm really nervous about crochet, because you can kind of see from this image, I was not sure how to draw the hands. Talk about the PNG tuber. Yes, PNG tuber is really, really easy. You just draw 2 images. So instead of sorting it into all of these goddamn layers, I would say draw just the 2 images, one with your mouth closed, one with your mouth open. And then, yeah, just take those across. It's a lot easier than like rigging in jiggle physics and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to say that that's hard, but it does take a bit more practice, and also it's just a lot of memorization. I think with any new program, you have to memorize everything. It's a lot of memorization. So PNG tuber is a really good start, and also like, I love a good PNG tuber. It shows you like the concept, and it's nice. I like that. I might do the wave first. I know, right? I might do the wave first because I'm a little bit less nervous about the wave. I'm nervous about rigging the wave because I want it as a animation, and I don't really do animations on live 2D. But you know, with each VTuber you push yourself a bit further, right? But yeah, I don't really do that, so I'm a little bit nervous. But I think that's exactly why I gotta do it. I gotta do it because I'm nervous to do it. All right. It'll be fun to debut a new tuber as well. Last time so when I debuted the VTuber that you can see me using like right now, this one, I was really sick and I could only do like a 45-minute stream because I was like I was very short of breath. So talking was making it really hard to breathe. So I did like 45 minutes and I was like, I have to end now because I can't breathe. I'm sorry everyone, goodbye. It'd be really nice to do like another debut, even though it's just me again with the same VTuber that I always have, but in like a slightly different colorway. That'd be fun. I'll enjoy it. I'm going to have it like that. Oh, I actually don't know if I like that. I was going off piece there, to be fair. I was going off piece. I do have an idea of what I want clearly because I've drawn it already. I just want her to be able to like wave so that if somebody new pops into chat, I can be like, hello, hi. Let me wave at you, you know? I'm moving that round to there as well because I think this is going to be... Yeah, probably like that, right? Which means that I need to do the filling from like here. God. Yeah, I think that's right. Oh, it's a little complicated work. I think it's there and then yes. Again, rigging, like just giving something a go and rigging it definitely helps you when it comes to the drawing stage because you can kind of visualize the stuff you need and like where it goes and how that's going to work. Like the thing that I'm having a problem with here, so the thing that I'm thinking with, if I merge these two layers together and I do a wave, well, when I do this, like, does this bit, like, how can I have it so that, like, how far can I physically wave with this thing? And then does the elbow look weird? It does kind of look weird because it's like rotated. So it's stuff like that where I might need to turn this into more of the elbow. Because otherwise when I do this, like, that looks a bit weird, right? you see what I mean? This is the bit that gets hard. This is when it gets difficult. And like, I think sometimes as well, the nice thing about making and rigging your own is that you can kind of fix it if you find something like that. Whereas if you're, I guess, relying on someone else to do the art for you, especially if they're not someone who tends to make VTubers, they might miss stuff like that. I think most people that are a bit more like competent with VTubers probably wouldn't miss it. What I will do is, oh wait, I'm drawing on the wrong layer. It's fine. Doesn't matter if I draw on that layer. And oh, that's close but no cigar. Excuse me. Okay. And then, oh, not key on that line. I might just do it as the line work to start with here. Will this work? Let's see. If I move that up there. Yeah, I think that looks a bit more normal. The lump is still there. I could put it behind. I could put it behind the other one, but then this crease is kind of like won't move, and I think that crease, I want it to move. Probably, right? Probably. It is a bit wonky. Yeah, it's the... I will be able to... what do you call it? Warp it, of course, once it's being rigged. But getting it as close as possible now makes it easier. Like here, I can probably warp that little bit in just so that it doesn't, like, come out as far, but before the elbow would have been a bit difficult. I could have done it, but it probably would have made the line work a bit like, how to put it, thinner and then thicker. Do you know what I mean? Thinner and then thicker? Nailed it. Let's get the hand in as well. Actually, do I want to do the hand separately? I might do. Let's make my life just a little bit harder, shall we? If I get that there then. So I just go a little bit further. Once again, it's because the hand will be a layer on top so that I can... Oh, actually, that's probably not the shape of her hand, is it? I mean, she doesn't have fingers. She has like a thumb. That's a very big hand. Yeah, it's probably more like a mitten shape, I would say. Yeah, that's where the thumb is, isn't it? Where's my thumb? I think that's right. If I quickly grab a hand so I can look at it. It's in arms, is it? Yeah, there we go. Where's the hand? Where? Oh, it's on the other. Okay, so. Yeah, that feels about right. That feels about right. I mean, the nice thing about this design as well is that she is, you know, a slime. So she can move the body parts around a little bit, you know, it's fine. Fine. Did I accidentally bring the hand back? It's fine. It's gone. Everything's gone. It's all good. There we go. Nothing there. That's okay. That's fine. All right. I think I'm happy with that. Keep the hand separate. Cool. Let's fill this in. Let's do it. Let's do it. I don't like thinking about it for too long. I think it helps that I, you know, again, helps probably that I make my own models because I don't like just sitting here staring at it for too long. I sometimes think the longer you stare at it, which I think you're meant to do as an artist, you're meant to like sit and stare at your work, right? But the longer I stare at my work, the more things I can be like, that's not right. And then I don't want to just sit here and be like, yeah, that's not right, that's not right. I mean, that's probably what you're meant to do so that you don't make mistakes, but I don't know. Again, I have the freedom. It's my own model. It doesn't matter. Let's... Oh, we won't put them together yet. Let's do that one, and then we'll get the hand. I'll be a bit nervous when it comes to making other people's models. I would like to make models for more people one day. A few of you will have seen, but like I make models already for other people, but they're friends. I make models for friends, and I do them as like under fan art, I would say, and that like I don't charge anything. I just, you know, do their model, and it's good practice for me, and they get a free model out of it. So win-win, really. But I've never sold a model. And I think I'd be a bit nervous to sell a model. I don't even know how to start with the goddamn pricing as well. Let's get rid of that really quickly, just so I can slightly erase this and just round it out a little bit. There you go. Cool. That should, there you go. Fill in that gap there so that I can do like a bit of a wrist wave as well. Yeah. I don't need to bother with the other arm. The other arm just goes down. I'd love to get a model in the future, but first getting a PC so I can use it. That is one thing. So I've made models for friends. One thing I've always had to check with them is, you know, what can your PC handle? The more physics and like the more moving parts, like, you know, I have 1, 2, and then the big hair at the back. So 3 parts for the hair. If you have like 50 parts for the hair, it is gonna be pretty intense on your CPU. Although I do think physics is like the worst for it, which is like bounce physics. Physics is also like hair swish left and right. It's like when your eye, like for me, I have a lot of physics on my eyes. Can you kind of see it? It's like the eye shine, it's the lashes, they wiggle. My eyes grow and shrink. So there's a lot of physics on my eyes. All those kind of things, if you don't have a good PC, can like lag them out a little bit. So my first question whenever I've been like making models for people is like, oh no. It's like, how do you find your PC runs? Does it run well? Is it a bit laggy? Do you use a lot of CPU? Because if they come back and they're like, yeah, I like sometimes struggle to stream games, it's like, I'm not going to make you a very intense VTuber model. And not because I don't love you, not because you're not a good friend. It's just because if I did, your PC would crash. I don't want to be responsible for crashing your PC. So yeah, even some of my first models, I'd say, yeah, probably like the first round of models I made were not super optimized and just like not, I see something. Oi. Oh, no. Absolutely not. Ew, gross. All right, wait, where is that? Okay, Mr. Disgusting. Let me just, oh my God, I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry that you have to see this. I'm so sorry that you have to see this side of me and my new VTuber. That is, wait, what? Oh, do I have something selected? Maybe. What? Oh, okay, you butt. You disgust me. Gross. Okay. I think that will do it. It's a patch. It's gonna... Oh no, of course that's not gonna work. Okay, well listen, this is gonna be a patch there. Don't think about it and it doesn't exist. If you don't think about it, it doesn't exist and it can't hurt you, and it's better than the hole. Oh, no, a hole. I'm gonna save it because I can't have that disgusting hole. You know what though? Oh God, thinking about it. Sorry. I bet. Wait. You don't have it? Oh no, you do have it. It's just that I have another layer behind you. It looks like they have a scab. What the hell is this? Let me grab this. And then just patch it. Nobody has to know. No one has to know. That's a feature, that is. That's not an accident, that's a feature. I wanted her to have like a little darker patch in there, and so I do. Ew. Oh dear. Alright, sorry. This looks really weird with all these different colours. Jesus Christ. Let me just get rid of that. It's better than the whole. It is so much better than the whole. Where's... There you are. Like, where is my thing? Alright, say that again. Say that again. We've patched up 2 holes. We deserve a tasty save. Let's grab this. Grab all of it. And then I need this color again. And I need a new layer also. And I need a bigger brush. I need a lot, honestly. I need a bigger brush. Ooh, no. So I'm not gonna do too much shading up by the joint, because you will see it. Instead, I'll focus my shading a little lower down where the joint is not, and where you will not see it. And I think it'll still look fine. It'll probably still look fine. Probably. The confidence is outstanding. There you go. I mean, this is also for like a 3-second animation, if that, so, you know, it's fine. Let's just do a little one, a bit smaller than that. Oh, actually, it should probably be on this side. And make it a bit more see-through. Okay. Where's the back? There's the back. Is this the front? No. That's the front. Merge these layers together. Yeah, okay. Okay. That is... This is that, and that is that, and this is this. I see that overlaps that, and that does kind of bother me. I am gonna do something about that, actually, because that's a little bit upsetting. Wait a second. Can I not erase it? Oh, I've got... Is it because of this? What? Oh, it's on this layer. How did that even happen? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. It's fixed now. It's fine. That is that bit. That is... I need that bit as well. There we go. Okay. It looks a bit weird because the rest of the arm isn't there. Where have I put the rest of the arm? Let's actually label this really quickly because otherwise I'm going to get lost. Wave hand. Wave. Arm. Base wave, I don't need any more. I don't know why I've got base crochet on right now when I'm trying to work this out. Yeah, sometimes you just want to make your life a little harder for yourself. Where are my arms? I would like... There you go. Good. That arm's fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about that. Okay, so you got like a little wave now, which I will have to look up how to do properly. But that should work pretty well if I merge those into one and call it wave. I should be able to, if I want to show you it, right? It'll be like there and then back. Like that. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Nailed it. There we go. Okay. I don't need the base hat anymore either, do I? No, I don't need base hat. I've already got gellet. I love gellet. Let's save that because I got a new one. I'm really nervous about the crochet one, to be honest. This is the one where I'm like, this is gonna be a little bit hard. I don't know about this one. We'll do it because I've put it in as a layer that I want. I do still want some like more intense emotions as well. We've got blush in there because I always put blush in there. Like my model at the moment is like, can you see it? When I really smile, when I smile with my whole being, I blush. I don't know if that's what I want for my next model. The other thing that I do kind of want to test is I use just a stream cam, or like just a webcam to capture my VTuber. A lot of people suggest to use your phone instead of the webcam because it gives you more options. I think that's where you can get the mouth side to side, and I would like the mouth side to side because right now I can do that and I'm just gonna look crazy like it moves my whole face. It doesn't. It's meant to move my mouth. So I'd like to do that. And I've just heard like a lot of things about the tracking just being a bit better. So I maybe try that for this model. We'll see. Maybe I could program in a little mouth side to side for when, as and when I want to try it. All right, we need to get rid of wave and we need base crochet. See this one? This one. It's hard. This one's hard. I'm gonna get rid of the legs as well. Where are my legs? Wait, it says... Oh, that's upper body. Right, where's my lower body? Legs, there you go. Just get rid of those. Keep the arms. Get rid of all the legs. Still looks really creepy. Should I be transferring these across to Angry Jelly? I probably should, shouldn't I? Just so that I don't like get stuck, because you can kind of like, I don't want to say soft lock, that's not quite the right term, but like sort of soft lock your VTube Studio if you have stuff that like is meant to apply to one part of your character, not the other, and you have them all at once, and it's I don't have any on this particular character to show you because I made this one in 2 days. I kept it really simple, but technically, yeah, that's something I have to be a bit careful for. I'll do this arm first. I'm a little... See, now when I crochet, both my hands are like fists, but there's a part of me that's like, if I do both my hands like fists, it's going to look a little... I guess I could try it. You know what? I can try it. There's nothing wrong with trying. But that's how I crochet. Not in like hard fists, but like more fistish shaped. So I guess like... like so. And then have my thumb kind of go into that bit. Sort of. Yeah, like that's what my hand, like obviously she doesn't have fingers, but like that's more what like my hand looks like. And they both look like that, I would say. Like, I'm also not going to separate the hands here because nah. Only the wave, only for the wave. It could be just a whole arm. I will probably have it move up and down a little bit, but not too worried about that now. I could copy paste that over. I could see if I like it because yeah, both of my hands are fists. When maybe I'm just too tense when I crochet. This is what I feel like. I feel like this is just me being like a tense person. Yeah, like one of them needs to be slightly above the other one. And one of them will have to be in front of the other one as well. But like, yeah, this is more like, which hand do I hold? Excuse me. Well, I grab my crochet hook. Which hand do I hold my crochet hook with? I hold it with my right hand, so it would be in this one, and then it would just be, I guess, a chain of crochet going down that way. It's hard. I think this is the hardest one because it's not a skill that... Oh, don't delete it yet. Don't delete it. Just hide it for now, actually. It's not a skill that I often use, so I'm not very confident. This one needs to be in front of that one. That one's going to be closer to my body. Yeah, that's closer to my body. Sure. You know what? We're going to go with it. We're going to go for it. Worst that happens, I don't like it, and we have to change it, but... I'm pretty sure this is what I do when I crochet. There you go. I have like a little fist. I do think though, because I'm not new to crochet, but it's not a skill that I use as much. I do need to relax a little bit. So maybe this could be a good reminder of what the VTuber's doing. Chill, relax a bit, stretch your hands. I've been doing a lot of crochet recently because I've been trying to get good. I want to make my own pattern for the next costume. It probably will be an amalgamation of patterns, to be honest, because I feel like that's what all crochet kind of is. But like, I'm not inventing any new stitches or anything. But I would like the pattern to kind of be my own. I don't want to copy someone else's pattern. And to be fair, even if I did want to copy someone else's pattern, it's impossible because, well, it's probably not completely impossible. I could probably commission someone to do one for me. But it'd be pretty hard. I've had a good look, like just for inspiration pics, and I can't find anyone who's done what I want with crochet. They've done it with other mediums, but not crochet, which is to have like a sun and moon lace trim made in crochet, like a crochet lace trim. Probably because that's like masochism work, and that's why no one's done it, because who wants to do that? Not me. Do I want to have... Ooh, a question. You know what? Let's get the arms done first. I could have the crochet hook separate so that it kind of like moves backward and forward a little bit. I don't think I can do the motion of crochet, to be honest. I don't think I have that skill in my repertoire as a rigger yet, but I could probably have the needle go backwards and forwards. Like, just put it in breathing, because breathing is already a parameter on Live 2D. I think that would be I think that's the move. That feels like the move to me. All right, let's get some shading in here, make sure that I put it on a different layer. Excuse me, sorry. I'm having a hiccupy day today, Jesus. So loud, I'm so sorry. All right, get that nice and shaded under there. And then so that it looks nice and round. Although actually I think there probably would be a bit of shading in there anyway, because there's like a fist. Get that there. And bring that opacity right down. And whoop, do like a slightly smaller one. And just go, wow. Nice. And I probably take that opacity down just a little bit. Okay, that's the back. There you go. Merge all that together, and that is crochet. And I am gonna have to do all these again, but for now we can thrive. It's that you know what? I'm gonna get rid of this. It might be useful still, but I kind of want to pave my own way. I'm happier with what I've done now. Yeah, I have to redo all of these so that I can do angry sewing, because the more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, you know what? I do want to do angry sewing and angry crochet. I think that'd be hilarious. It'll probably just be me, again, who's like, yeah, like, Jelly, this is not a funny joke. You know what, though? I think it'd be very funny. Just the angriest crochet. Although, I don't... You know what? It fits more for sewing, because sewing does sometimes make me mad when I'm getting knots and stuff like that. Yeah, it definitely makes me feel a certain kind of way that's not positive. But crochet so far, like, it feels like if something goes wrong, it's like, I don't know, it's very easy to fix it. So I never feel too worried. But that could also just be because it's a newer skill to me, and so I haven't come across just how dastardly it is yet. And is there a gap there? Sorry, wait a second. Is that a gap? I think that might be a gap. 2 seconds. Which is the background? Oh, cancel. This one. Wait, no, it's this one. That is 100% a gap. Yeah, not on my watch. I've had this happen already. This does make me think, though, that the other side is going to have a gap. That makes me a little sad. I don't know if I want to even check. Like, look at that. Disgusting. Right, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh my god. Disgusting gap. Okay. That does make me think the other one's going to have a gap. Let me move all this together. Let's be crochet, hand, L. Although actually... Okay, if it does, I can't see it. Maybe it is just the other one. Oh, wait, actually, no. I filled these in individually, didn't I? That's why. Don't worry about it. It's fine. All right. Now we need the needle, which I might have to do a little bit thinner because I want it to have like a little hook at the end. Let's put that there. Oh, wait, this is the wrong color. There you go. I think actually more like this. E. That look like a crochet hook? Is that long enough for a crochet hook? Let's... There you go. Crochet hook. Pretty good. It's kind of high. Wait, where is the bust? Just to make sure that I haven't done something that's... Oh, that's fine. I want to make sure that I hadn't done something that was like actually iffy that I couldn't quite notice because, you know, the bust isn't there right now. That's fine. We will probably do this in purple, the actual crochet. The crochet I will do separately. So this will be... Yeah, the thread will be different because I would want to put like jiggle physics on the thread. Probably not quite the right way of putting it, but it's just like, it just means that it looks like it's wobbling around. Yeah. Ba, 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 ba. Let's do purple again. You know what? Most of the next costume is purple. I feel like that fits the best. I will go just a bit smaller. And we'll go like 1, 2. And then maybe there's like a loop that it's about to go through, or maybe no. Maybe, how the hell does one draw crochet? I mean, technically crochet looks like that, right? It looks like a chain of that. Oh God. But there's like, oh, please forgive me, any crocheters in the chat, because it's gonna look awful. I'm sorry. I'm going to also just do the crochet separately because I realize I don't want the jiggle to go all the way up to the top, and that would look a little odd. Oh, could I maybe, sorry, cheat a little bit? Since they're basically circle shapes. Oh wait, it needs to go in front of that. There you go. Oh, but behind this one. Oh, but I'll put it in front of there for now. Is this cheating? Yeah, but you know what? She's cartoony. So like, of course this is what this looks like. Because it's cartoony. Oh God, the jiggle physics on this are gonna be wild, but that's okay. It's gonna be quite long. I think I could probably maybe put the long hair the same as this. Okay, and then there needs to be like a thread as well, which if we do on the crochet needle, if I just put that there on the same layer, because it won't move. Is that too far out? No, it's good. So we're gonna say that's not gonna move. Yeah. And then just, cool, okay. Cheating, yeah. I do need a new layer just to have the thread go somewhere again, just so I can add some jiggle physics to it later. Ideally different ones to the crochet, so that they can kind of wave against each other. Let's put it down to like there. Ooh, no, actually I might have to go from there, mightn't I? Yeah. There you go. Normally it'd be attached to a ball, but it's a bit easier and more manageable to have it like this. There you go. I think it's because she's staring right at me. There's just something about her, like, right at the camera as she's crocheting, because like no one crochets like this. Everyone looks down when they crochet. It's fine. Okay, so this is crochet. Oh, crocheted yarn, and then we want yarn, and then move all this together. I'm gonna have to do this all over again, but it's okay. And this is crochet. There you are. What I might do actually, just for ease right now of testing things, I might put the lower part of the arm down here. So I might just go like lower arm. It's okay if it's in front of the rest of the bod, to be honest, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, if I take this and put it into lower arm, and then I go into this one and do the same thing, it'll just make it easier to like turn on or off. There you go. So let's put all that on there, so then I can just do that. Yeah, okay. It just makes it a little bit easier to test everything out now. Where's the rest of her body gone? Wait, oh, I should also save it. We did do a new thing. Where'd the rest of her body go? Upper body, legs, hair back. We'll put everything back in for now. And then normal bod. So we have crochet. It's gonna look a bit weird still. Oh no. Wait, what? Oh, is that meant to be behind there? Oh, I didn't realize. I thought it was the other way around. That's a little bit bothersome. A little bit. Okay, I can put lower arm behind there, but I can't put it behind the hair, which means that the hair will have to come out for this to work. Put like that. There you go. Okay. I'll have to do the same thing on the other, but yeah, that works for now. So I had them in a different order. Also, Anime, take care. Thank you so much. And yeah, fingers crossed he gets better soon. There we are. So we have lower arm. The gellet is fine. If I get rid of my lower arm, I could do sewing. I could do crochet. I can wave, but I will need to I will need to set it up that, you know, one of the arms stays. Otherwise she's just got one arm. But you can see the idea. And then get rid of the gellet. Now I need to do the same thing, but to evil gellet. Which means I also need to... Okay. Should I put these somewhere? I'll probably put these as poses. Although I'll actually put them as... When I'm rigging them, they'll go as emotes.